You don't know that? Yeah. Well, Ufuk, how long did it take you to get to sleep after that derby, and how do you turn it around so quickly this week?
Yeah, I slept quite well, to be honest. I tend to sleep quite well after games, regardless of the outcome. But yeah, it's been a while since we played an ACL clash. So looking forward to the challenge, playing against a good opponent at home. For us, we need to make sure that we get a positive outcome because they are a strong side when they do play at home.
The man next to you, is he ready to go? He's playing this week, obviously.
You can ask him, mate. He's right here. So no, well, Alex is getting there. We're slowly building him up. So whether we utilise him in this game or not, we'll decide that tomorrow. But I know he's trending in the right direction, which is very important for us.
And Joe Lolly came off early in the derby. Is he okay to play a full game?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. It was just a tactical change at the time, the decision that we made on the sideline to take him off and bring on a different player. So it was just a tactical change, nothing in the sense of whether there was an injury or not.
For most of our viewers who probably haven't seen a lot of Bangkok United, you've done your homework. What are they like? What are they going to bring here?
Yeah, very good. They've got some good movement. They've got some good rotations within their team. They've got some experienced players. They've got some good foreigners. I've just write the names down here so I could remember them. But the central defender Everton is very influential in set pieces. He gets a lot of first contacts. The boys up front, Zivkovic and Al Ghassani, are very influential with the forward runs that they make. But yeah, for us, again, the game plan is what we need to do to get the win that we need.
And ideally, I guess you take a lead to Bangkok, because it can't be that comfortable a place to go visit.
No, look, the first thing is that we get a good outcome tomorrow evening against a good opponent, and that will dictate what we do once we get over there.
And how much confidence do you bring out of the derby? That late comeback, just going to show again that you can come back from anywhere.
Well, I think the stats show from 75 to 90 we're quite influential with the players that we have and the subs that we make and the energy that we bring onto the field. So we'd like to do it earlier, not wait to the 75th minute and beyond that. But look, the boys have been in good spirits. The great thing is we've had a short turnaround, but everyone in a physical sense is feeling really good.
How important is this game, not just for the result, but also for your results? But your CEO did come out yesterday saying it's vital for Australian football to keep our two spots in the ACL Elite and AFC to do well in these competitions. Yeah,
it's very important. I think it's a great opportunity for clubs to be exposed to Asia, to play in these competitions and to be challenged in these competitions. So for us, it's very important that we get through this round of 16 and get to the next stage.
And Alex, you've been here a couple of weeks now. What have you made of Sydney? You're welcome here, and how close are you to getting out there?
Yeah, getting there. I've been accepted into the group really well, and the boys are looking after me, and the boss and the coaching staff, like the boss said earlier, just easing me in at the moment. Obviously coming off the back of a pre-season in China, so I'm excited to be here. Really appreciate the opportunity I've been given and want to make the most of it as well. So I've got a point to prove when I do get eventually out on the park, and like I said, I'm really excited.
Yeah, and just to be specific, like, are you doing full training sessions? Are you doing extras to get up to match speed?
Yeah, that most part at the moment, yeah, getting topped up where I need to be in certain areas. So yeah, that's it. It's obviously a challenge and something that I've not experienced yet in my career. So I'm taking it in my stride at the moment and working my hardest to get back.
And what have you made of Sydney's defence, just watching from the sidelines?
Yeah, brilliant so far. I mean, obviously leaked a few goals in at the weekend, but as the boss said, we showed that character in the game to get back into it and get a result in the end. And I know that's happened a couple of times this season where the boys have been behind, and not all teams have a knack for that, and it's something that we've obviously got in this group, and it's really important, especially going into these competitions as well. You can never predict the result, but if you hit the ground running well and then turn it into something the following week, put up a good result in the first leg and then hopefully back it up the week after.
Do you feel like you can get a solid partnership going with Kyle or Popovic or whoever happens to be out there?
Yeah, whoever it is, like myself included, I'm not guaranteed to start. I've obviously got to perform in training first and foremost and prove that I'm ready to play. The young boys that are in there at the moment are doing a fantastic job, and I'm hoping that I can bring a bit of experience, especially in this competition, whether I play or progressing through to the next round. I want to bring that to the group. Obviously I've played in it a few times now, and that's something that I'm hoping to add to the group.
Yeah, you like you say, you played in the Asian Champions League quite a bit in Asian competitions. What is it about Australian teams? I don't know, it's not like we don't play well, but don't seem to get too far in the competitions, aside from the Mariners winning it last year, obviously.
Yeah, well, I don't know really, to be honest. There's obviously quality throughout the competition, and there's quality within our league, and it surprises me that the Aussie teams haven't done as well in recent years as what they have. I mean, obviously the Wanderers as well. They won the Asian Champions League, but that was many years ago, you know. So yeah, look, we've got an opportunity now where we can go win it, and that's what we want to do. And the boys are confident.
And they've moved this game, obviously, or Sydney FC has moved it from Netstrata to the big, pretty stadium. Surely it's going to get a good crowd, right, on a Wednesday night?
I'd like to think so. I hope so. Yeah, like these competitions should attract good crowds. We don't always get that here in Australia, but yeah, we just need to get that reach out there and get people watching the game at the weekend. Will obviously draw people in as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very important. You know, the support on the weekend against Wanderers was immense, and even that last 15 minutes where I think the crowd were urging our boys to keep pushing, I think that plays a massive role. So hopefully tomorrow evening we get good support again.
Ben's sort of touched on it there. Traditionally, this competition hasn't been taken too seriously by the crowds, the fans in Australia. Is it something that Mark, our CEO, said the other day, that it should be seen as similar to what the UEFA Champions League is in Europe? Is that something that you think the fans should get around and consider it like a final?
Yeah, definitely. It's our own Champions League within our region. So we're part of the Asian Confederation. You know, like UEFA have their Champions League. This is our Champions League. Whether it's ACL2, which is the Europa League in Europe, but look, for us, you know, it's got to become part of our culture, part of our DNA, part of our football culture, that there are games midweek, and fans do come out and support a midweek game. So I think the more this happens, the more opportunities that we have that teams are playing in these competitions. I think it just becomes part of the culture.
Because obviously, given the rewards that are on offer for this competition, it could really help grow the game in this fast track the game in this.
Yeah, definitely. You look at obviously you win the competition, you get a certain amount of dollars for the club, so it gives an opportunity to reinvest that, whether you reinvest that into the team, into the academy, you know, into players. So it gives you an opportunity to go and have success the season after whilst you're in these competitions.
And just in terms of Alex, obviously he's played in a final of the AFC Champions League, and has that experience. Is that one of the reasons why you brought him to the club this year? Obviously to do well in this competition. To
play just one game in the final. No, we brought in Alex because look, we believe he's a great player. A good person, and I think we needed an experienced head to give us some leadership in our back line, which has been prominently a very young squad, a young back line in that sense. So that's something that we definitely thought we needed in the January window, and that's the reason why we brought Alex across to give us that leadership and that experience in our back line.
Ufuk, Adrian Segasic did a fantastic job again coming on in the derby. Is he about the most dangerous super sub in the league?
Well, hopefully it continues that way. He's definitely benefited us in that way. So, look, it's never easy for players. Every player wants to play, but at some stages, well, for us as coaches, we need to make decisions of what we believe are the best 11, and then the players that are going to come on and influence the game. And Adrian is definitely doing that, and hopefully he can continue to do that.
Just one final one for Alex. You've obviously played for Pohang Steelers in this competition and in China. How seriously do they take the competition compared to their sort of domestic leagues overseas?
Yeah, I think, well, depending obviously where you finish in the league, everyone wants to play in the Asian Champions League, so the carrot's there and is, you know, really highly respected over in Asia, and that's the one that everyone wants to play in the Asian Champions League. So I think that mentality needs to probably shift across here as well, but as we've touched on the crowds and everything else, obviously there's a financial incentive there for the clubs, and hopefully it does grow in Australia.
Have you come across Bangkok before?
I've not, no.
All right.